Hey everybody, we today are installing two of the new Advent low profile air conditioners, and we're doing two of those and two Advent ceiling assemblies. And this is from our buddies over at ASA Electronics, and they have given us one unit, one ceiling assembly, and we're installing that in conjunction with another setup for this customer. I hope that's not confusing. I'm trying to be clear. Anyway, customer's got an old early aughts Fleetwood Pace Aero, and he's got the two Coleman Air-Excel air conditioners with the one thermostat that's got multiple zones. So this is going to take some creativity. So I wanted to bring you guys along, for anybody else out there that's got a similar setup, so you can see what it is that we did, and you can either do what we did or you can piggyback off of what we've done, whatever. But let me show you what the setup is. It is not the typical standard RV setup. Let's go. This is zone 2 right here. We've already got it off the roof, already got the new Advent low profile on the roof, and now we're inside dealing with the plenum and the ceiling assembly, and that's where we're gonna have to stretch our brains today. And before I get too far, you know, don't forget to give us a subscribe and a like and all that stuff, because our videos can't get in front of the eyeballs that they need to be in front of unless the algorithm puts it there. And it's only going to do that if you guys watch our videos, watch them to the end preferably, and give us a subscribe, like, comment. We really appreciate it very much. But we're inside, and here's the setup. So back in the day, this is what Coleman put in here, and it was multiple zone. So zone 1, zone 2, and that would run both air conditioners. Well, problem is on zone 2, the controller, the J-box, is no longer working, and Coleman doesn't make the setup anymore. So according to Coleman, they said you have to replace everything. The room sensors, the roof units, thermostat, J-box, you have to replace everything. Well, with that being the case, we told the customer about the new Advent line, the new low profile Advent air conditioner, and got the ceiling assemblies, which come with thermostats and control boxes. And we also brought a ceiling assembly just in case, and I'm glad we did. It's got I call it a ceiling pack, but it's a ceiling assembly. It's got the knobs on it, right? Fan speeds, cool, temperature knob. But this is what we're dealing with. This is air conditioner in zone 1. And what's missing here? And what's missing here? Because it's here. And it's here. So back in the day, Fleetwood and whoever else, I'm not sure who else, they ran all of their air conditioning down a center singular duct. You can see those vents right here. And it's like that all the way down the coach to the very back. So all the air conditioning runs down the middle of the coach. So guess what? The ceiling assemblies that you get these days are designed to be for off the sides of the plenum. So now we've got a box here that we've already taken that box out, but it's just a couple screws that hold it in. So we've got this box here, and the cold air comes down this vacuum bonded ceiling roof that's got these, you know, I guess duct molded into it. Comes down through here, comes out this box, and we are going to have to fabricate another box to connect to come down here to finish the line, because with this air conditioner and the discharge being off to the side like this, how do we make this work? Because the Advent ceiling assembly, I mean, we could just put the divider in like Advent's got it designed to do. Cold air is going to come out and just hit that way. But then we're going to have to wire in a thermostat, which the other dilemma to that is we've got a vacuum bonded roof. So I mean, we could run thermostat wire down the air duct, but I've got to get to a wall somewhere to put a thermostat in. So we've talked the guy into just going with the knobs on the ceiling for this air conditioner. That way we don't have to run wire and put a thermostat in and all that. But that means with the ASA setup, they have a metal box that goes here that comes down, attaches to the ceiling assembly, so it can blow cold air out here, blows cold out here, and cold air out here. But to do that, we're still going to have to bridge this duct across so that that front air conditioner can get cold air back to his bedroom. And that's his biggest concern, is getting cold air way back there to his bedroom. So at the moment, we've thought about this for a little while. We're thinking that the best plan of action at the moment is to build our box all the way across to solve the bedroom issue, and then we'll just have a ceiling pack here that'll just blow cold air in the living room, cold air down the hallway to the bathroom. It is definitely not the standard setup, and this is going to be a little brain teasing, but that's why I wanted to bring you along, because I know there's going to be other people out there with a setup like this, and they're going to look at this and go, what do I do now? So let's all do it together and learn and grow. So let's get started. All right, so our guy Jason, for all of his faults and blunders, no, I'm just jabbing him. He has a salient idea. I really like the idea, actually. So looking at the plenum here, instead of fabricating a box that's going to go from here to here and letting the front air conditioner do all the work of cooling down the living room and the bedroom, and this just gets turned on to assist, why don't we just terminate the duct right here? So take these little flangey things off, and then we'll just terminate it right here. So the cold air is not going to, from the front air conditioner, is going no farther than here. And then Jason right now, with these ASA setups, this is part of the cold shower, or the chute that captures the cold air and brings it to this chute here. And here is our ceiling assembly. Okay, so as you can see, the cold air just comes to the chute. It dumps into here. That's why they got all this nice foil. Okay, so it dumps into here, and then of course it finds its way out of these vents. So if we terminate that front duct like we were talking about, because that front duct was going to come right through here, so now we're restricting air return even more, which is not good. So we're going to build a dam. This is all Jason's idea. So we already put this up to the ceiling and checked it out. That duct going back to the bedroom is literally about right there where that metal is creased. So what we're going to do is right here underneath, we're going to take some of this foam board, and we're going to, you know, do the HVAC tape all around it and whatnot, but we're going to cut it out to, you know, be a puzzle piece fit to go from right here to right here, so that the cold air can't get over here. And then we're going to do another one from there to the back of the assembly here. So now the cold air has got no place to go except right here. And it's going to go to the duct, and it's going to go to that vent when that vent's open. Of course, some of the cold air is going to get around it, but you've got the gist of what we're going to do here. We're going to keep the cold air as it dumps out to this area here and into the duct and out of that vent. And that is a game plan. I like that. I like that thinking outside the box, Jason. I told you it'd be a brain teaser today. All right, he's got the chute on the roof unit, so let's get this guy anchor plated up, and then we'll do a little bit of arts and crafts. Okay, here's what's up. I just got done with arts and crafts. Here's what we got going on. That cold air is going to be coming out right here. So when you put this ceiling assembly on the anchor plate assembly up there, the cold air is coming out right here. So we've got it dammed off so that cold air can only go this way. We've got it dammed off right here so it can't go out that way. So it's completely sealed off. So that cold air is going to, and this is it. This is the only place that it can go. And then here. Yeah, I'm rethinking something. Stand by. Okay, so I went through the efforts of building a dam here, building a dam here, so that the cold air would hit here and the cold air would come out here. And then I come over here and looked up here, and Jason had the anchor plate on, and I was like, oh, we're not going to have any access to the vent. So we had to do plan B. And plan B is build a dam here, a divider with foam board and HVAC tape, so that our air return here is here, and then our cold air discharge, instead of coming through a complete chute down to the ceiling assembly, it's going to just hit the anchor plate here, and then we've got this taped off so it can't come through to the ceiling assembly. It'll stay above this. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's going to come out of the roof unit here, and then the way it'll be able to move around in here into the vents and hit all of these vents back to the bathroom and to the bedroom. And nothing will come out of the ceiling assembly that we're going to install. It'll just be an air intake and a place for the knobs. So that's where we stand at the moment. So let's put her together. Yeah, that's going to be the downside, is we don't have that hole there to be able to see how that bolt lines up with that riv nut. You may have some gum off that Eternabond on the end of it. That may be a resistance. Alright. That's going to be about the same.
Well, like putting in RV airflow.
Yeah, very much like that. Okay, so after consulting the manual that came with the rooftop air conditioner, actually the manual that came with the ceiling assembly, it says to torque our anchor bolts to 40 to 50 inch-pounds. And thankfully, my torque screwdriver goes to 50 inch-pounds. So between 40 and 50 is 45, so I got it set at 45 inch-pounds. So we're going to go around to every one of those anchor bolts and torque them into 45 inch-pounds. Beautiful.
It's tight.
Those new Fresh Jet Domestics only want 22.5 inch-pounds. I'll never forget it because that sounds crazy to me. Wow. Where's your hands out? Or your forearms? That's nuts. It could be because there's not a lot of reinforcement right there. Might need to loosen that up some. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if it's just styrofoam in that corner, it's just going to keep compressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me feel better. Yeah, I've got a feeling we're just going to have to just be prudent about just snug it up. We may not be able to get 45 inch-pounds technically because of the styrofoam roof. So we'll just screw it up. Yeah, I still say we need to come off this one a little bit more so that the ceiling assembly sits flush around these flanges here.
Hey, this one too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, styrofoam roof. I guess don't really account much for that. There we go. Alrighty, well, we got one to click. Hey, as long as it's sealed around the bottom of that roof unit, that's all that matters. All right, it's coming together, guys. So this wire harness here, this is all part of that Coleman setup. It's going to be not needed anymore. And I don't know if there's any 12-volt hot in that or what. We could just cut it all off, shove it in the ceiling, or we could just zip tie it up the way we did. Take a little HVAC tape it up to here, and it's going to be living right in here in this little cavity that's not used. So shouldn't be any foul or harm right there. Again, got our discharge sealed off. I use a really good thick quality, it's almost like a Turnabond tape HVAC version, and on the other side of that we use the regular HVAC tape, and the cold air is going to be dumping out right on that, and then it'll migrate over and into the vents. We got our divider here. The anchor plate is tight up against that. It's tight against the bottom of the roof unit, so that will keep any kind of short cycling from occurring for us. Looking like it's coming together. Going to be right nice for them. All right, guys, we're done. And man, it was a brain teaser, but I've been showing you the progress of what we've been doing. But here it is in all of its glory. It's kind of unfortunate. These are just dead. There's no cold air coming out of them. There's no air return going into them. All the air returns right here where it's supposed to be. Same with this side. This vent is useless. There ain't nothing going on there. All because we made it so that air discharge was coming down and hitting that anchor plate assembly there, and we taped off that hole real good where it would come through to the assembly. But so it's all staying above the anchor plate sheet metal there, and it's all going in the vents. And yeah, that air is really trucking out of these vents, as Jason's trying to show you here with a piece of paper. But we had the owner come in and walk through here, walk to these back vents here in the bedroom, and he remarked he has never felt so much air coming out of those vents before ever. So those remarks right there alone tells me that we did a good job. So more or less, just kind of wrap up what we did here. Coleman thermostat set up with multiple zones. In order to put a thermostat in, you can't see what I'm doing with my hands. In order to put a thermostat in for this new air conditioner, is going to require running wire, which at the end of the day is not that big of a deal. When you consider how much time it took us to do what we just did, we probably could have run wire. But the customer said he was absolutely fine with the knob on the ceiling, so he could just turn air conditioner on, temperature setting. He said he was absolutely fine with that, so that takes care of the whole thermostat situation. So now all we had to do was figure out a way of getting that cold air from the roof unit into the vents to the bedroom. And took a little fabricating. Got some of this nice foam board down here. Had to cut out some dividers and baffles, but we made it work. And it's really chugging some cold air back there to the bedroom and the bathroom. So we're going to call this one a success. And oh my gosh, Jason, how long did that take?
Too long.
Yeah, we got here at 10:30, and it's what, 1:30?
Yeah.
So way longer than a typical air conditioner install. But you know, it's not the owner's fault, you know, that Fleetwood decided to run air ducts down the middle of the roof instead of, you know, down the sides of it. But it is what it is. So now we're going to go work on the front one. But this one shouldn't be as hard to do because we've got all the wires there running to the thermostat, and we can just wire in thermostat for that. So it should be pretty cut and dry. We'll see. But anyhow, we're going to go get busy. Guys, give us a subscribe, a like, comment. We appreciate you watching, especially if you watched to the very end. We are most grateful for that. And thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.